What's your name?
Carolina.
Spell that for us.
Spelled just like Carolina, Carolina.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
How long have you been in Kensington?
I've been out here for about a year now.
What brought you down here?
Legal problems, running from legal problems, and back home. I came out here with some friends. They were the ones who suggested we came out here.
How has that 1 year? You said 1 year, right? How has it been?
It's been crazy. In the 1 year that I've been out here, one of the people I came out here with died from overdose, and the other one is currently in jail. So,
That's scary.
yeah.
How many people did you come out here with?
It was myself and two other people.
What's your living situation right now?
I actually rent a room out here.
That's not bad. What do you pay monthly? Weekly?
I actually pay weekly. It's not too much. I pay $100 a week. I have access to all parts of the house. I mean, I mainly just use the kitchen and the bathroom in my room. I don't really go. I don't really sit in the living room or anything like that.
You just be in your own world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's talk about growing up. What was it like for you?
Growing up was interesting. A little hard. I'm the oldest of 6 girls. Both my parents are immigrants. They grew up really strict. One of my parents is a functioning alcoholic.
Bring the mic closer, love, since you low.
So that was always a little difficult to deal with. My father, like I said, he was a functioning alcoholic. He always paid the bills, always made sure we had what we needed, but like things we wanted were never given easily, which I guess wasn't a bad thing, but at the same time, saying anything to my pop about his drinking was not okay because it wasn't considered bad, being as though he took care of the bills and made sure we had a roof over our head.
What was the relationship with you and your mother?
With me and my mom, it was really hard. My mom had really bad postpartum depression with me. So she never really had like a bond with me. So I got extra attention from my dad. And my mom didn't have a problem with any of my other sisters. So, she would show them love, and if I tried to get that from her, she would act like she was like agitated with me, annoyed with me, So that was always confusing, like as a child, but like when I became like a teenager, I kind of just resented her for it,
Yeah.
Didn't really care about what kind of relationship I had with her at that point. I have 5 sisters.
What's the relationship with you and your sisters?
It's always been good with me and my sisters, They've always had me to defend them. It kind of seemed like that was the role I played with all of them, always, so.
Got you. Let's talk about school. How far do you go?
I went to nursing school. I graduated. I graduated high school and nursing school.
Congratulations, that's amazing. So let's talk about addiction.
Okay.
Are you struggling with any out here?
Yeah, I struggle with addiction to dope.
Dope. Fentanyl, trank,
Yeah.
rhino, trank, however you want to call it.
Yeah,
Do you snort, smoke, or shoot it?
I smoke.
Let's talk about your first drug experience. What was it?
My first drug experience, Percocets.
Why were you taking them?
I got stabbed 7 times.
Jeez, I'm sorry to hear that. What led to you being stabbed, if you don't mind talking about it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Okay,
that.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But the person who did that to you, did they get caught?
No.
Jeez. Well, you're alive.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. So now, currently out here, dope is the only drug you're using?
Yeah.
And who introduced you to that?
An ex-boyfriend of mine.
Why did you decide to do it?
Well, I was still addicted to perks, and getting them became harder. And he was the person who said, look, like, something that's going to make you feel just as good and cost less money. So that's how I got introduced to that.
When did you realize that you were an addict?
First time I went to jail
What do you-
and didn't have dope. The withdrawal was crazy.
Tell us about what your withdrawals like.
Oh my gosh. Seizures, throwing up, headaches, sleeplessness. Ended up in the hospital. Went from jail to the hospital because of it.
You can die from that,
Yeah,
the withdrawal, right?
yeah.
What do you do for income?
I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay, well, just be safe in whatever you do because it's dangerous out here. A lot of the girls do dates, people boost. There's a lot of hustle out here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What's the longest you can go without using dope?
Not long, a couple hours.
So that's a vicious cycle to have to
Definitely.
maintain.
Definitely.
What all have you lost due to your addiction?
Lost a lot. Relationships with people I care about. It's probably the most taxing thing I've lost. Yeah.
Yeah, why do people who are in addiction ghost their family and friends?
I think it's definitely the shame they don't want to deal with. They don't want to deal with the hard questions that they're going to be asked. The arguments they're going to get into. Things like that.
Have anything horrible happened to you since you've been out here?
Yeah. I've been raped out here.
Sorry that happened.
You gotta carry protection with you, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the daytime or the nighttime?
Daytime,
Why?
for sure. Safer.
Yeah.
Nighttime out here is a totally different animal.
What are the do's and don'ts about Kensington that you can tell people from your experience?
When you come to Kensington, everything you learned about life, you might as well just forget it and relearn how to live. Because it's a totally way of living out here. You're basically in the belly of the beast out here, for sure. It's an open air drug market. Things that you would think are not okay are totally overlooked out here. Not even thought of as being okay or not okay.
How are you treated out here by the police?
Philadelphia police do not give a fuck about you. They look at you as you're just problematic. You're nothing more than problematic to them. If you have to call them for anything, they basically just brush you off. They look away at everything that happens and essentially tell you that if you weren't out here getting high, whatever happened to you wouldn't happen to you. So that's how they handle it, truthfully.
Have you been to rehab before?
I've only been to rehab for a couple of days before.
Why you left?
Somebody that was there that I knew wanted me to leave with them. I only been there for 3 days, and so I left.
You weren't ready yet.
No, not yet.
When you think you're gonna be ready?
I don't know.
What's your rock bottom?
I don't know yet.
What all jobs have you had in your life?
I mean, I worked when I was in high school and stuff like that, I worked at Wawa, and then I became a CNA and then a nurse. So,
Got you. What do you miss about your old life before addiction took over?
my relationship with my daughter.
You only have one child?
I had to. My second-born daughter passed away.
I'm sorry. May her soul rest in peace. What do you miss most about being a mother?
Everything.
I get that a lot, everything. Well, hope you won't miss. What all have you missed since you've been out here?
Too much to name.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A lot goes by. Time goes by. If you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
That's a hard question.
You want to skip it?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your short-term goals?
To get out of Kensington.
You have any plans on how you're going to do that?
I'm not sure yet.
Got you. If your friends or your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
It could easily be you. It could easily be you. We're still people.
Anything else you would like to add?
No.
Okay. You say your name is Carolina.
Yes.
Carolina, thank you so much for being courageous and, sharing your story with us. What help are you looking for?
I don't know.
Okay, fam. So we taking flight. Drop all the positive comments you got for our sister. And remember, don't be bitter, be better. And we out there. Peace out.